well, a new one's arrived. Another Copart auction, 2008 Smart 1 litre non-turbo. So it's 71 brake horsepower as it is. It is just turned up. It's an MOT failure. It does have a little bit of damage on the front, down there. So first things first, I'm going to give it a wash, and then we'll evaluate it. So here goes. Well, I'll give it a quick clean out inside. I don't do valeting, but it just gets it a bit cleaner, ready to work on. So we've got, as I said, a 1 litre Smart paddle shift. There's no switch on this gear knob, so normally that puts it into automatic only. So I don't know if we can do that on this. Maybe you just got to press and hold the paddles, I don't know. What we've got in here, I didn't see that. Oh, it's a faceplate for the radio and some scissors. We'll clean that out. But yeah, I'll give it a quick rinse down. All right, again, I quickly did it with a quick sponge. You can see there's residue from stickers before, so it probably needs a good proper clean at a valeter's, which I'll have done, but I just wanted to get the most of the muck off just for when I'm working on it. So yeah, it's a hard top model with a pano roof, although the pano roof is looking rough because they're plastic. So we won't worry about that. Might just get it wrapped if we keep it. As you can see, I didn't do the door trims. I'll take it to get it valid. But anyway, so this is it. Yes. I won it quite cheap as an MOT failure. Failures include the front bumper. So I'll need to just gaffer tape that up in the meantime till I can find one. The door handle on this side doesn't work, so we'll have to take that apart in a bit and see if we can get that out sorted. Rear brake pipes apparently are rotten, and it's got the management lights up on the dashboard for ABS and the engine warning light. Now, this failed its MOT in March, and then it ended up in Copart. So the front bumper was advised in a couple of previous MOTs, so that's not the reason it was in Copart. So it is probably a trader or a private customer just didn't want to fix it for the MOT. So the battery is completely dead. I did start it the other day when it got delivered and just drove it up and down the yard, and it drove fine. So I'm not too worried about that. So I'll order a new battery, but first of all, I'm going to get it on the lift and have a look underneath at the brake pipes and see what we've got to contend with, and I'll get some bits ordered. So yeah, let's get it on the ramp and have a look. Right, well, I've had the door apart, well, door handle, should I say, and I've fixed the door handle. What you got to do is pop that bung out, and there's a T10 head screw that holds the lock barrel in. It's quite a long screw, it comes out all the way, so you've got to take it all the way out and then undo these two big ones here. They're T20 Torx, I think. And then once that's all undone, you can hold the handle and pull the whole door handle backwards, and that pops out. Now, it's hard to explain, I should have really shown you, but there's a fork on the end of the handle and a rod that goes in it, and as you pull it, the rod rotates and it pops the cable. Well, that had popped out of the handle. I think the stop where it rests has worn, so it goes too far and misses the handle fork. So what I've done is just put a cable tie around it to lift it slightly so it catches the handle. I don't know if it will last, but it will do for now for the MOT. It's not the end of the world. I can always replace it. It's quite easy to do. So that's that job done for now. Right, the next job I got cracking on with was brake pipes. I've replaced the copper ones that go all the way around and join up there, and I've done this side, but you can't really see, but when I undone the old fitting out of the wheel cylinder, it come out a bit funny, and now you can't get a screw back in. So I've ordered a wheel cylinder, they're only about 20 quid, so I've just got to knock this drum off and change the cylinder. So I will get on with that job now. I'm not sure, looking at it, I think I've got to undo the drive shaft bolt as well as the hub nut, but yeah, I'll show you once I've worked it out. Right, so took the torque bolt out, in front of the drum, which got it off there, and then I had to undo the big 16mm bolt that held the shaft in, and then the whole lot come out. And then the wheel cylinder has come out. It's two 10mm bolts that hold it on the back. And if I show you, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but don't know if you can see, but I can. The thread's gone in it. So yeah, new one on the way. Refit that, 10mm bolts back up, get the drum back on, put the brakes on, bleed them up. So I'll come back shortly. Right, got to get the ABS sensor off. So as you can see, there's one Torx drive there. Pull that sensor out. I'm guessing this isn't going to be an easy job. This is probably going to round, but we'll see. Well, I'm absolutely flabbergasted. It came out quite easy. The nut and bolt undone, and out it came. So we've got our nice new one here. So I'm going to pop that in so I don't damage the end, and then follow the old wire back, putting the new one in where it goes until we find where it joins. Right, hopefully you can hear me over cool London radio, because I can't be asked to go and turn it down. But my one also needs a service like the other one I did, but this one's a bit easier. We've got a drain plug on the side of the block, so we can drain it out without sucking out the top. And as you can see, this oil filter has seen better days. So I'm just going to drain that out, change that. Everything else is pretty much the same. Also, my engine mount's gone, so I need to get one of them sorted. Look, if you have a little look, I think that one's had it. All right, so I've got this engine stay steady mount thing off. I think that's definitely done. Original smart one as well, so definitely needs replacing. New one is on its way. Right, we've got the new mount on, and the Fisher Price, my first oil filter. Tiny little thing on, like a thimble. So now we can drop it down and fill it up with oil and change the filters. Right, so to just get to the air filter, undo this, pull that pipe away, pop the two clips off and the one underneath. You might just be able to see it if I do that or not. All down there, there's a third, there it goes. Third one in there, and then the lid should pop off. There we go, old versus new. So just a reversal of putting it back on. Just got to make sure you get it clipped into all them fins at the back, otherwise it'll flop about. Right, pollen filter again underneath the passenger carpet where the battery is. You've got two clips there, just put them towards you, one there, one up there. This comes out. And then you can pull the pollen filter out. Mine hasn't got one. Marvellous, good job, I've got one then. Always take note of the airflow marker. That's obviously got to point towards the cabin. So I'm not going to use, sorry, I'm not going to film it when I put it in, because I've got to get it past that wiring loom there. So I'll do this without filming it, and then you can just have to trust me that I've put it in there. Right, I need to just reset the service light now I've done the service, because it tells me when I turn this on that I have, well, I'm 1,000 miles over my service. So I'll just input here the one I did on the diesel one, because it's exactly the same situation. I haven't got my tripod to show you, and I need both hands, so I'll put in the one from the diesel one in here now. Right, so now we've done the service, we've got to reset the service light, because when you turn it on, hopefully you'll see with the ignition on, it'll come up on here, service light, and it's 126 miles past its service, but obviously we've done it now. So you've got to do this really quick. So you've got to turn the key so the dash lights up, press this button twice really quickly, turn the key off, hold the button, turn the key on, and wait for about 10 seconds and it should flicker, but you've got to do it really quickly. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Ready? So that one minus 126. And now it's back up to 10,000 miles. Right, well, she's got a ticket. Couple of advisories, nothing too scary. Just a couple of tyres, and the rear brake light don't work, like high level one, so I just need to check the bulbs in that. But other than that, she is taxed, insured and MOT'd and in daily duties now. So I'll end this one here. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share. We'll see you very soon in another video.